Hello, this is a audio video of a true love story that happened in my life, actually this previous Friday, and so here it goes. I was walking down the hall on the day I was supposed to go on an MPA trip. Well, I'm not exactly sure what MPA means, but it's some chorus field trip that we're supposed to go on, which apparently is called the Chorus FCAT. And so, I was walking down the hall with my friend Tyler. Well, I call him Jonathan, but everybody else calls him Tyler. He has two names, actually, Tyler or Jonathan. In the story, I will be referring to him as Tyler. So, we were walking down the hall, and then, we were both talking to each other about how excited we were. I was talking to him, I was saying, dude, I've been waiting for this day pretty much all this year. And then, we were just talking about it like that. So then when we got to the cafeteria, the lunchroom where Miss Tyner, our course teacher, was telling everybody to go so we could rehearse before we went. So we were there, rehearsing and crap. And while we were there, when we were done rehearsing, we went and we had lunch. This is middle school, so we had periods. We had lunch a period before we usually have lunch, which is second period. We usually have lunch third, but we had a second today, at the end of second. And so when I was walking over to get my lunch, Carlin, one of the main characters, asked me to sit by her. But then I said, she's my friend. But then I said I can't because I was going to sit by Tyler because I had to talk to him about something. So then when I was going to sit by Tyler, this other girl, Sammy, short for Samantha, asked me to sit by her. And then I'm like, I have to go sit by this other kid. So then I was walking over to the other kid, and then I sat my lunch down, and we were just talking, doing a little bud-to-bud talking thing. And then this kid in a wheelchair, River, came over. And he said, he handed me this note saying, give it to some girl over there. I don't exactly remember her name. So I walked up, gave it to her, came back, sat down, and everybody thought I was the one who gave her the note, I was the one who was writing the note. And then, everybody was laughing at me, and, I just kind of got embarrassed. The only people who weren't laughing at me was Tyler, Carlin, Sammy, and this other kid named Connor. He's also my friend. We'll get to him later in the story. So, yeah, we were basically done with everything. So then we got up and we went to the chorus room to get dressed in our uniforms and stuff. And then when we got dressed in our uniforms and everything, hey, and if it cuts off, then that means I'm out of memory and I have to cut the video into 2 parts, okay? So, anyways, we were dressing out, and when we got all dressed out and ready to go, we got on the bus, and, I sat with Tyler. Me and Tyler sat together, a seat, across from Carlin and Connor. So, we were just talking, doing our friend thing. Connor and Carlin were too. And I knew Carlin before Connor, just, getting that out. And, so at the MPA place, when we sung, well, not much really happened there. So let's just skip to after on the bus ride. So it was the bus ride. Actually, I might not have to cut it into 2 parts. It might just be this one part. So anyways, on the bus ride, I decided to sit with Connor this time because, Carlin, not Connor. So I sat on the inside of the seat. Carlin sat on the outside. Then Connor had to come and, break the fun and sit on the outside. So Carlin was in the middle, Connor was on the outside, and I was in the, front of the seat. So, 1 second, dry throat. Alright, so, we were, talking, doing our thing, and then we stopped at a, Whataburger, and, got smoothies. And here's one of the fun parts. I was, drinking my smoothie and stuff. And this is how I can tell Carlin likes me. She let me drink out of her smoothie. I mean, I'm small, so you might be like grown-ups and thinking, oh yeah, my girlfriend lets me do this all the time. But, I'm a kid. My first time. She let me drink out of her smoothie. Well, shake, and she didn't even wipe it off. So, that's how I can sort of tell she likes me. But then later, when we got back on the bus, it was like later at night. So, our moms had to come pick us up, or dads, in our car. But then, we were still on the bus then. And then, Carlin got a little tired. And then Connor said that, she could lay her head on him. But then, I just didn't really say anything. I just looked back outside. And then Carlin, laid her head on me. And then, she was holding my arm, like she really liked me. And then later, she, woke up, yelling, saying she had a bad dream about where she was getting baked into a donut. And me and Connor were fighting over who gets to save her. Anyways, I won in the dream. But back to reality. Yeah, so then, Connor kept we were playing Truth or Dare, and she picked truth when Connor was asking her truth or dare. And then, Connor said, who would you want to, if she had to pick, who would she want to save her, me or Connor? And then, she couldn't decide, and this carries on for, to the weekend. Actually, I think the Saturday after, well, a day later. And I was texting her over the weekend, and she said that I was winning by a little. But then I finally got the nerve to ask her out, and I did. But this kind of killed me. She already had a boyfriend. So, wow. But then after that, well, carrying it on to 2 weeks later, well, 2 weeks minus 2 days, or whatever, the Monday of 2 weeks later, we had to stay after school for a little. We were watching a movie for chorus. It was some chorus thing. And then I finally told her, you guys can't really say anything about this, okay? Keep this a secret, you viewers out there. I am a wizard. And I finally told her that. So, I brought my one to school to show her. This is a true story, by the way. And then, so I showed her.